today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, this is the National Football League. It's the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Carolina Panthers.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today we've got an NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
First play, and Young is going to throw it. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From just shy of midfield, here's second down and 5. Now here's Young. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Young now from the 50. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him, and I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Here is Young. And connecting here with DJ Shark. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Off the play fake, Young. And Shark hauls it in. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll throw again. Young. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Sanders is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Now here's the former Panther. Had some great years with him. It's Christian McCaffrey. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
But obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Purdy escaping the pressure right. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Purdy. Flush to his right. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Purdy from the gun. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. They go play action here. Purdy. He'll buy some time right. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Niners are an extra point away from drawing level. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you'd think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Jake Moody now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Trey Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Young on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll give this to Hubbard running right, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll try to throw now. Young. That one complete. He finds Shark. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. These two teams all tied after one. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Young from the shotgun. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
A give, running right, it's Hubbard. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Young's throw taken in by Chark. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Sanders again, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Settling in for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level. I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Purdy. Eluding the pressure right. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing here, Purdy. Rolling to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Down right around the 25.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
2nd down and 6 now. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. McCaffrey trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Again, McCaffrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. Third and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey, and this time he is in.
Yes.
Christian McCaffrey, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of a tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Extra point try now for Moody. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here's 2nd and 3. Young to throw it. Short throw underneath to Hurst. That one a first down pickup of 8.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Ready, yellow, 22.
First down, Young. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a 2nd and 6. It'll be Young again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Young. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And not much room there, so he'll get it up only to about the 21. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Young. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Touchdown! touchdown, Carolina. DJ Chark, 36 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Forced out to his left. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him, because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 2. McCaffrey running up the middle, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st down, it's Purdy, eluding the pressure right. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that, because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Man, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. To throw, Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for first and 10. Young will set to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second down and 4. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Young. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Right back to Hubbard. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now Young. Short throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. It's Young off play action. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. They'll run for it. It's Hubbard. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Purdy.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Purdy now to throw off the play action.
They'll roll him out right. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. And they'll go again here with Hubbard.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Young on 3rd and 2.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal to start the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Sliding out of the pocket. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Back to throw, Purdy. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. Purdy now to throw. On the move to his left. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. Flush to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front. They're prepared for him to try and take off.
Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Purdy. Is taken in one-handed. What a catch. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Operating from the gun. Purdy flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. but I certainly didn't expect them to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his fourth down call.
He'll run for it, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So they only needed a couple of feet there on fourth down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? Fourth and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Now Moody for the PAT. And the lead is down to 4. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. They're throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Open man is Mingo, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Purdy to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Go, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Purdy.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Purdy and the Niners down by 11. A little over a minute to go. They need a touchdown with a 2-point conversion and a field goal in either order as they've got it first down. Flush to his right. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Here's Purdy to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Purdy. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Purdy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he will have a Panther first down. And